Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien pendant cette période estivale. Voilà, nous vous avons prévu un programme qui retrace tout ce que nous avons partagé comme Connecting Day depuis le mois de janvier jusqu'au mois de juin. Vous allez voir ce soir donc une des journées que nous avons eues de telle sorte que vous puissiez la revivre et pourquoi pas trouver des partenaires et aussi élargir votre marché sur le pays qui a été cité ce soir. Hello everyone, I hope you are good during this summer. We have prepared for you, the connecting days that we started since January until June. So we hope that we will have a good program and you will enjoy this country that you will discover, and maybe you will have a lot of contact just to make business in this country. So we give you rendezvous after that just to be in contact with you. So have a good program. Bon programme et bon connecting day. Au revoir.
Bienvenue à Connecting Days, organisé par Continental Working et ses partenaires. C'est une plateforme qui vous apporte les meilleures relations d'affaires avec le continent africain. Hello and welcome to Connecting Days, an event organized by Continental Working and its partners. There to help you to create the best relationships with the African continent.
Yeah, thank you for linking up with Connecting Day Ghana. My name is Fifi Odum, CEO of CTC Finance Plus, located in Accra, the capital of Ghana. If you want to do business in Ghana, Ghana is a very friendly country with good democratic credentials and good legal framework. To do business in Ghana, what you need to look at first is what exactly do you want to do in Ghana? If you know you have a product, you have a service, then you are good to go. Because you don't come empty-handed looking for a product or looking for a service. You come in with a product, a service, or a skill. Once you decide to set up in Ghana, do business in Ghana, you need to get some good market information. What do I mean by market information? You need to ensure that whatever you are coming to do here, you have a knowledge in advance so that you don't come and waste your time researching and so on. This is where CTC Finance Plus comes in. We come in as management and financial consultants. We will give you the necessary information on the market potential of your product or service. You have a product, you have a service, but you don't know the market. So you need somebody local on the ground to give you the potential of your product or service. And we do so by organizing, by doing a market research on your product to assist you to actually do the business in Ghana. Besides the market information, all this information, you need to get them before you come into Ghana. You don't come into Ghana and start looking around. That's what we help you to do. Then two, we also assist you to look for office space and possibly accommodation. With office space, what CTC Finance Plus can do is we give you a space in our office to operate from so that you don't have to go renting an office immediately. We give you a place to operate from. We assist you to look for decent accommodation because if you don't have enough capital or you are managing the resource, you need to have an accommodation, not a hotel. So we will locate a furnished apartment for you where you can rest, or that is, you can sleep and do your business with us in our office. If all go the way we expect, then we have to assist you to register a business name as a limited liability company or a sole proprietorship or a partnership, depending on what you want. And to do this registration, it will cost you less than $200 or just about $200 to start the registration process to the end. Once your registration is completed, it means that you now have a corporate identity. You have a business name. Then the next step is to look for local collaborators in what you are doing or the service you want to provide. The local collaborators are people in the same industry you intend to penetrate. They are on the ground. We look at their pricing. We look at how they do business and the potential clients. Once you are linked to a local collaborator, it means you are good to go. You want now to start and earn something from the product or your service. In doing so, we also provide you financial advice because you need to do some costing. You need to actually find out how your product can generate the needed revenue for you to be able to sustain the business. And you need to open a bank account. We assist you to open a bank account. We have both foreign and local banks available in Ghana. Then when the business is thriving, when you are making progress, what we do is that we look at the level of your progress. Then we say that, okay, you may need a staff or an assistant to assist you. Then we come in to look for a staff for you. That is, we employ somebody and put on your payroll. You are paying the person. But in all, what we are saying is that doing business in Ghana is very easy. The people are friendly. We have nice business environment. But at CTC Finance Plus, our focus is helping you to establish, helping you to achieve your dream, and we're helping you to make profits in the long run. When you are comfortable enough and you have found your bearing on the ground and you know what to do without our support, all we do is that we say goodbye to you as a client, but free to come back to us anytime there are challenges. Doing business in Ghana, you have to work closely with our financial institutions. We have banks, both local and foreign, in Ghana, every city. Now, depending on the bank you are banking with, our banks are easily approachable. You approach a bank after saving with them for some time, because you cannot go in, open an account and ask for a facility. It's never done anywhere. So what you do is that you first open an account, you operate the account for a while, you convince the bank of what you are capable of doing, probably with a business plan. Some banks will ask you for business plans. Some banks will ask you for collaborators or bank guarantee, depending on what line of business you are. So first of all, to establish a working relationship with a bank, you open an account, operate the account, prepare yourself to ask for a facility by getting a business plan. Once you have a business plan and you present to the bank will give you what we call a loan or facility checklist. Facility checklist is just a list of what is expected of you to be able to take a loan from the bank. And once you get the checklist, what you do is that at CTC Finance Plus, we will look at the checklist with you and work it one after the other to show you what to do to access the facility. And once you do your homework right, the bank will be ready to work with you. But it depends on the value of the facility you are looking at and the product you are selling or the service you are giving out and the revenue coming out of it. All this we can do for you as CTC Finance Plus by sitting you down, giving you financial advice, looking at your data, and even preparing an account for you, because the bank will also want to know how your business is doing. Is your business profitable? Has it got a future? Are you in a position to pay for a loan if we grant you one? These are the questions that the banks will be asking. And these are the questions that we will help you to answer appropriately and support it with the appropriate documentation to make sure that we get a facility from the bank.
Hello, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kwame Kumichu-Messi, and I'm the head of operations for Best Code Limited, an insurtech firm in Ghana that leverages technology to provide digital distribution solutions for players in the insurance space. I would like to register my appreciation to the conveners of this conference for giving me the invitation to do this presentation on insurance in Ghana. I would also like to extend my greetings and warmest regards to the audience of the Connecting Days conference. I would like to begin this presentation with a story. There is this popular story of a shoe manufacturing company who sent two salespersons to Africa to ascertain whether there was a market potential for their product. The first salesman arrived in Africa and reported after his survey that no one here wears any shoes. There is no market for us here. Interestingly, the second salesman had a different perspective. His report was that no one here wears any shoes. There is a huge market for us. Send inventory fast. The narrative of Ghana's insurance industry is like this story. Even though the insurance penetration, which is a measure of the contribution of insurance to Ghana's GDP, is 1%, with only about 30% of Ghanaians with insurance covers, there is a huge potential for growth in the insurance space. With the world's average insurance penetration pegged at about 6.3%, an increase to about 5% in the insurance penetration in Ghana will cause a major boost in our economy. Now, the market size of Ghana's insurance industry is worth about $606 million, with a roughly even distribution between life and non-life insurance products. Generation of premium income is largely due to the efforts of agents and brokers. About 70% of the insurance premium is generated through agents and brokers, with only about 13 to 15% of the premium coming through direct sales. So we can say that Ghana's insurance market is an agent and broker dominated market. The figure for the premium income generated through direct sales is even expected to go down as COVID-19 has accelerated the shift towards digital and remote aggregator platforms such as mybestcode.com. So mybestcode.com is Ghana's first one-stop online shop for comparing insurance price and benefits, as well as buying insurance in Ghana. And so to use the platform, you log on to www.mybestcode.com. You look at the list of insurance products there, you select the one that you want, you enter the parameters of the policy that you've selected, you see the quotes from different companies, you select the one that you want, and then you proceed to make the purchase. The COVID-19 pandemic has also emphasized the need for risk management and insurance for companies, families, and individuals, thereby leading to an expected significant increase in the market size of insurance in Ghana. Among other things, the pandemic has also offered stakeholders the opportunity to rethink of the possible contributions we can make to result in a more resilient society. Now, a crisis is a terrible thing to waste, and the lessons garnered from the pandemic can be leveraged to change the narrative of Ghana's low insurance penetration and patronage through investments in research, technology, and strategic partnership by both existing and prospective investors. Now, I would like to talk about 3 areas for investment in Ghana's insurance space. So, any prospective investor who is looking at coming into Ghana and investing in the insurance space should give attention to these key considerations. The first thing is research. There is a need for research in Ghana's insurance industry to understand the needs of customers and develop suitable products, ensure better targeting of customers and engagement, as well as ensure improved pricing. Better research can increase the insurance penetration by up to 5%. Insurance companies must start making informed decisions based on research data to improve access and distribution of their products, thereby increasing patronage. This will help influence the risk mitigation options they can present to their clients. So for anybody who is out there who wants to come and then invest in our insurance space, one of the things that you can do is to set up a research firm that will research into understanding the needs of the people in the country, assessing the kind of insurance needs that they will need, and proposing these needs to insurance companies so that they can develop products and services around these needs and then offer them to the customers. The insurance industry must also have knowledge bureaus, research firms, and units with data at their disposal, which can be leveraged by players in the industry for growth. Now, Benjamin Franklin once said something. He said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So anyone who is willing or considering investing in our insurance space must invest in research. So research is the first key area for investment in Ghana's insurance space. The second one is technology. There is a need for more investment in technology in the insurance space in Ghana in order to make it accessible, increase the insurance bracket in Ghana, and ultimately grow the size of the insurance market. The reach of insurance in Ghana is mostly limited to those in Ashanti region and Greater Accra region. Now, those are the 2 big cities or the 2 big regions, let me put it that way, in Ghana. So, for example, 90% and 72% of the insurance policies underwritten in 2019 for life insurance and non-life insurance respectively were from Greater Accra and Ashanti regions. So we see that insurance is not made accessible to the other regions in the country. In Ghana, we have about 14 regions. And so out of these 14 regions, it's only 2 of these regions that have insurance being made accessible to customers in these regions. Now, this is because most of the insurers do not have branch networks that are spread across all the regions of the country, especially in rural communities. So what you will find is that insurance is not accessible in certain parts of the country. And then this challenge can be overcome with technology. Now, I would also want to add that Ghana is ready for further technological advancement in insurance. Now, I would like to share a few stats with you. Now, the internet users in Ghana are 15.7 million. So 15.7 million people in Ghana are users of internet. Now, the literacy rate in Ghana of people aged between 15 and above is 79%, and I must say that is very impressive. 79% of people from 15 years and above are literate. They are literate. Now, another thing is that ownership of smartphone in the country is 98.7%. So people who are aged between 16 to 64% who own smartphones constitute 98.7% of our population. So once technology is being leveraged to make insurance accessible. People can even use their smartphones to access insurance. So technology can also be leveraged by insurers to drive down their cost of operations and automate their processes. When cost is driven down, insurance can be provided for customers at a cheaper price. Anyone who is willing or considering investing in an insurance space must invest in technology. And investing in technology is one of the key things that anybody who wants to invest in this space can do. The last thing that I want to talk about is partnership. Now, over 80% of insurance premiums in Ghana is generated through partnership with brokers, agents, and banks. This emphasizes the need for further strategic partnership in growing the insurance market in Ghana. Insurance is an unsought good, and it will take further investment in strategic partnership with retailers of goods and services that people buy on a daily basis to increase the insurance penetration and patronage in Ghana. Jim Rohn once said something. He said, "You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with." It couldn't be truer in this situation. The quality of the partnership you form determines your market share and your reach. Anyone who is considering investing in Ghana's insurance space must invest in partnership. In conclusion, what I will say is that life has always been consistent with risks. You cannot do away with risks in life. What you can do, however, is to prepare for risks, and that is what insurance has always been about from its first appearance in China in around 3000 BC. I will urge all and sundry to take a keen interest in insurance in the country by patronizing insurance products and also investing in the space. Much more, let's leverage on technology to make this industry better and to make Ghana great and strong. Thank you all for your audience and enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be a part of Connecting Day Business in Ghana. Thank you very much, Dimitri, for this invitation. And I'm speaking to you today on investing in Ghana, legal framework that governs investment in Ghana generally, and particularly for participants who may be interested in investing in our country, Ghana. And when we talk of investment, the main law that governs investing in Ghana is the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act 2013, Act 865. Now this act has 2 key objectives. The first objective is to create an investment promotion center as a key agency for investment in Ghana. And then secondly, that also seeks to create an incentive framework and a transparent, predictable, and facilitating environment of investment in Ghana. We would want to now look at what key provisions there are in the Act that will be of great importance to you, potential investors. First of all, as an investor, you are required to incorporate a company in accordance with the Companies Act of Ghana and other related laws peculiar to the area of enterprise. And so here I'm talking about the fact that if you want to invest in the oil sector, oil and gas sector, there are specific laws that relate to the oil and gas sector. If you want to enter into the minerals and mining sector, there are specific laws. Telecommunication sector, there are specific laws. So apart from the general registration, apart from the registration that is provided for under the Companies Act, you also have to register under the laws that govern the specific area of industry that you seek to invest in. Now, for enterprises with foreign participation under the GIPC Act, they are also required to register with the Investment Promotion Center. Now, this is important because unless you are registered under the investment promotions, under the center, you will not be entitled to some of the things that I'm going to talk about by way of incentives for investors. So generally, there are tax laws that govern all activities, all economic activities in the country. But if you are an investor who wants to register in Ghana, and for that matter, when you are registered with the Investment Promotion Center, you become entitled to benefits of similar nature of enterprises provided under the various tax-related legislations in Ghana. And this may include tax exemptions for plant, machinery, and equipment recognized as zero-rated under customs laws in the country. Now, we want to look at what areas of investment are precluded for Ghanaian citizens. That is to say, there are certain investment areas that as a foreign entity, you are exempted or you cannot invest in. And these are basically petty trading enterprises, such as sale of goods, taxi, and car hiring, and not exceeding, for example, 25 fleet of cars, beauty salon, production of books, and basic stationery. So our laws make special protection for small-scale business enterprises for Ghanaian citizens. Now, what enterprises can foreign investors, engage in, or enterprise eligibility for foreign investors under the Act? First of all, there is a requirement of a minimum investment of $200,000 for joint ventures where Ghanaian citizens hold at least 10% of equity. So to invest as a foreign investor, you ought to have at least $200,000 in an enterprise where a Ghanaian citizen holds 10% equity. But where the enterprise is wholly owned by the foreigner, your minimum requirement is $500,000 US. And at least $1 million US is also a minimum requirement for foreigners who want to engage in trading. Such investors are also required to employ at least 22 skilled workers who are citizens of Ghana. There are exceptions to the minimum capital requirement under the Act, and there are basically three of them. The first is that spouses of Ghanaian citizens, spouses who are foreigners, but who are married, validly married to Ghanaian citizens, and ordinarily resident in Ghana, are exempted from these capital requirements if they want to invest in Ghana. Again, where the investment has to do with export, trade, and manufacturing, they are also exempt. And then also with portfolio investments. The Act prohibits makes special prohibitions against discrimination of foreign investors. So foreign investors are entitled to the same application of legislation for Ghanaian enterprises in relation to matters of licensing, the records of bookkeeping, the accounting standards, taxes, and insurance requirements. All these laws operate at the same level for foreign investors and Ghanaian citizens. There is also a guarantee against expropriation when you are an investor in Ghana. That is to say that foreign investors are guaranteed against the nationalization of their businesses and expropriation by the government of Ghana of their businesses. So except where there is a national interest or a public purpose matter at stake, the government shall not acquire investors made by foreign investors. Now, where the government has to do any such acquisition, it must be backed by law. And the investors shall also be treated fairly and justly in terms of compensation that is due them. Again, investors have rights to access all the courts in Ghana. The Constitution of Ghana provides for the independence of the judiciary. And for purposes of promoting investment, the courts have dedicated special courts called commercial courts, whose procedures are tailored to enhance speedy and amicable resolution arising from commercial transactions. All these provisions are in place so that investment in Ghana and transactions and all of the operations as far as investment in Ghana will progress so well. Again, the Act has special provisions also which guarantees the investments, such as the transfer of capital, profits, and dividends and personal remittances. So that is to say that investors in Ghana are guaranteed unconditional transferability in freely convertible currency for dividends from their business, for business, loan repayment, remittances after deduction of taxes and other obligations. So there's flexibility regarding how foreign investors can treat transfers of dividends from businesses that they operate in a country. Now, apart from these provisions, these incentives that I've highlighted under the Ghana Investment Promotions Act, in Ghana, we also have the Free Zones Act. The Free Zones Act is a complementary act to enhance or to govern investment in Ghana. So under this act, specific areas in the country have been earmarked as free zones. And under the act, where an investor invests in any of these earmarked or enclaves known as free zones, they enjoy these incentives. The first, for example, is that 100% that they have 100% exemption from payment of direct and indirect duties on imported goods for production and exports. So if you set up a business in any of the areas and that identified as free zones, you have 100% exemption from payment of direct taxes and indirect duties. Again, there is an exemption of 100% from payment of income tax on profits for 10 years, and which does not exceed 15% thereafter. So after the 10 years expires, if you have to pay taxes of income on profits, you do not exceed 15%. Under the Free Zones Act also, there's a provision of 100% exemption from payment of withholding tax from dividends. There is also a relief from double taxation for investors whose countries of origin have double taxation agreement with Ghana. So where the investor's country has a double taxation agreement with Ghana, they are relieved from double taxation. Again, there is no import licensing requirements for investors who set up their businesses within the enclaves. And all the investors have 100% ownership of their shares. They are also, under the Act, able to operate foreign currency accounts in the Central Bank of Ghana. And they are also permitted to export 70% of annual production from the free zones enclave, with the remaining 30% retained for the Ghanaian market. Now, let me take you back to the GIPC Act, because when you want to set up in Ghana, obviously, you would also want to know what does the law say regarding immigrant permits and work permits and matters of that nature. So there is what is called under the Act automatic immigrant quota. Now, this is an indefinite work permit slot allocated to companies registered with the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. The number of quota a company is entitled is determined by the level of foreign equity or foreign capital invested into the company's operations in Ghana. So, first of all, if, for example, you invest, if you invest between $50,000 to $250,000 paid up capital, you are entitled to an automatic immigrant quota for one expatriate. And between $250,000 to $500,000, the law says that you can have 2 expatriates. Between $500,000 to $700,000, 3 expatriates. And over $700,000, 4 expatriates. Now, let's now take a look at dispute resolution for investors in our nation. Now, where disputes arise between an investor and the government of Ghana, for example, the GIPC Act provides that both parties will work assiduously within a period of 6 months to reach an amicable settlement. And this is done through discussions. Now, if this fails, the law permits the aggrieved party to opt for arbitration in accordance with the UNCITRAL rules, or for a foreign investor whose country of origin has a bilateral agreement with Ghana or is a part of a multilateral agreement with Ghana, they will resort to the multilateral or the bilateral agreement to resolve any conflicts that arise. And this is basically between the investor and the government of Ghana. And then, in the absence of all of this, Ghana has the ADR Act, or the Alternative Dispute Resolution Act, Act 798, for dispute settlement using mediation, arbitration, and a hybrid of all of that. But then, where there is a dispute between a foreign investor and the government, in the absence of one party resorting to the UNCITRAL rules, or in the absence of any bilateral agreement, it's the ADR Act that will govern, except where there is any other special provision made in whatever agreement existed between the two parties for their transactions. Now, having said all of this, there are other areas of law that promote investment in Ghana. Our constitution promotes free enterprise, under Chapter 6 of our constitution, which is on the directive principle of state policy. Investors, it's a clear pronouncement or an affirmation of the country to promote investment. Again, if you are a foreigner and you want to acquire a property in Ghana, our constitution says that acquisition of interest in land by foreigners shall not exceed 50 years lease at a time. What this means is that for the acquisition of land, the lease will not go beyond 50 years at a time, but this means it is subject to be renewed after the expiration of the 50 years. I've also mentioned already the independence of the judiciary, which promotes good governance and enhances the principles of, or the provisions of human rights as enshrined in Chapter 5 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. Quite recently, the country has also promulgated a new act called the Public-Private Partnership Act, the PPP Act. Now, this is an act that is a feather in the cap of promoting investors. So the government, in partnership with private investors, foreign and local, that this law, the Public-Private Partnership Act, provides the right framework for these parties to, partner to deliver infrastructure of high value for development of the country. So in the light of investment generally, all these laws are there. I've also mentioned that depending on the specific area of investment, be it oil and gas, mining, petroleum, telecom, there are specific acts that also, apart from, that also provides the right environmental and investment framework for investors to invest in the country. So the regulations are both industry specific and then general. That's the point I am seeking to make here. So, for example, if you want to go into the manufacturing of any activity that has an impact on the environment, there are environmental protection laws that would guide or provide the right framework for such an investor to operate. In the same way for telecommunications, for food and drugs, and all of that. So at this point, I will bring my presentation to a close, and I hope that this short time, or this brief presentation on the laws for investment in Ghana has been well articulated, and you'll be able to contact us for further consultation and in-depth appreciation of any specific area that you may seek to invest in Ghana. I want to thank you very much for your audience and wish you very fruitful deliberations hereafter. Thank you very much.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Alex Chumesi. I'm the managing partner for Famous Advisory Limited. We are a consultant firm based in Accra, Ghana. Let me take this opportunity to welcome everyone to Connecting Day Ghana. We are excited to be part of this event. I want to thank and congratulate all the organizers for making this happen. So in my session, or in this session, we are going to talk about the legal and regulatory framework for starting a business in Ghana. I know you have heard a lot from the beginning of the event, from various speakers, from opportunities and everything that you heard about Ghana. It is time for us to help you to understand how to now get it done. So we're going to talk about in this session, how to get everything started and the key regulatory compliances that you have to go through in order to get your business off the ground and started here in Ghana. We'll end up by sharing a bit about incentives and also some common mistakes that you as an investor coming to Ghana should endeavor to avoid. So the first thing you need to know is that for you to start a business in Ghana, it is fairly easy and it's fairly simple. Ghana has indeed an enabling environment where we welcome investors to invest in Ghana and to start their businesses. You first need to understand what you want to do. I presume by this time you heard a lot about the various opportunities that exist, and you would have probably narrowed down on one or two things that you are considering doing in Ghana. To be able to do so, once you have decided to start a business and the opportunity you want to take advantage of, the first thing you need to do is to incorporate your business. Just like any other country you have in the world, for you to be able to legally reside and start your business, you need to incorporate the entity. This is done at the entity or the government agency called the Registrar General's Department, where you have the option to form a company limited by shares, a company limited by guarantee if you are looking at doing an NGO or a not-for-profit. You also have the option of setting up an external company or what we call a liaison office. These are all various options, but to be able to decide which option is best for you depends on what your business objects are. That is why I began by saying, know what you want to do. Now you know what you want to do, that would inform the kind of business that you want to set up. Forming a business is simple. It takes roughly up to about 2 weeks to get it started. There are documents that can be completed. Unfortunately, we don't have an online system that gets it done. You need to have a local person here to help you coordinate all of that, especially if you are not in the country. It can be done without you having to be physically in Ghana. It can be done remotely, where forms are completed and signed by the directors of the company and sent here, and this can all be done remotely. So once everything is done or your company has been formed, you will have certificate of registration from the Registrar General's Department that shows that your company has been formed. This allows you to open bank account, to conduct your business, to import and to start operating your business in Ghana. Now that your company has been formed, if your business has any foreign ownership, that is, if your business is owned by a foreigner or partly owned by a foreigner, there is another statutory requirement for you to have the business registered with the GIPC, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. To be able to register with the GIPC, there are minimum capital requirements that a foreigner must fulfill to be able to invest or start their business in Ghana. The minimum capital, if it's a joint venture with a Ghanaian, so if you have a joint venture partnership with a Ghanaian, the Ghanaian must hold at least 10%, and the capital required of you, the foreigner, is $200,000 for you to invest in Ghana before you can have the GIPC license. If the business is 100% foreign owned, the capital is $500,000. And if the business is into a trading activity, and we define trading to mean people or businesses that import already finished products into Ghana and then they sell. If you are in this kind of business and you're a foreigner, the capital required is $1 million. And again, a requirement to employ at least 20 Ghanaians in your enterprise. In all these three scenarios that I mentioned, your capital can be in the form of cash or in the form of goods or equipment that you are going to use to set up your business in Ghana. There is no minimum capital requirement, however, if you are setting up a purely export business or a manufacturing company in Ghana. For these sectors, you are exempted, as well as portfolio investments. There are a few areas which are purely reserved for Ghanaians, and these are the 4 things you see on your screen. First is petty trading, hawking or selling from kiosk at any place in Ghana. You cannot do that if you are not a Ghanaian. It is reserved for Ghanaians only. Taxi service, you cannot do this. Pool betting and beauty salons are the 4 core areas that are purely reserved for Ghanaians. Now that you have registered with the GIPC by fulfilling the minimum capital requirement, you may also need residence permits for you, for your family, for your dependents. Yes, our system allows you to obtain that. This is processed at the Ghana Immigration Service, where you can obtain everything from visa on arrival to work and residence permits, dependent permit for your spouse and children, and you can have all this through the immigration. You may want to make a screenshot. On your screen now is a list of all the requirements that you need to obtain a work and residence permit in Ghana. Because it's quite a heavy list, I will encourage you to make a screenshot so you can refer to this later. But these are all the requirements you need. And once your company is duly incorporated in Ghana, you are able to obtain a work and residence permit in Ghana. Okay, now that again you have set up your business, you have your work and residence permit, another key requirement that comes in is a tax. Okay, is a tax. So all businesses that are incorporated in Ghana are required to register with the Ghana Revenue Authority for them to be able to pay and comply with their tax obligations. So wherever your business is located in Ghana, you are required to register with the tax office nearest to where your business is located. Now, to register your business for purposes of taxation, again, you need your company registration documents. You need to fill forms at the tax office. You need the CVs or resume of all the directors and a pictorial delineation of where your office is located. It's fairly simple and easy. In few days, your business is registered with the tax office and you are ready to comply. I'm sure you are also wondering, what are the taxes in Ghana? On your screen, you can see the corporate tax in Ghana is 25%. This is a profit, this is a tax on profits, okay? So, and profit, I mean net profit. After all your expenses and everything, this is a tax that you pay to government of your net profit. Capital gains tax 15%. The personal income of the employees who work within the company are also taxable, just like any other country in the world. And we have a graduated income tax regime that based on which you are taxed. Then we have a sales tax, okay, for people who add value to goods and services they sell. There's a VAT, and it's also shown on your screen, which is broken down. Collectively, it's about 18.5%, and the breakdown you can see on your screen there. If you are into retail, okay, you rather pay the VAT flat rate scheme, which is only 4% for people who are into retail. But for manufacturing and services, it's 18.5%, which is an addition of the 5%, 1%, and the 12.5%, as you see on your screen, bringing it to a total of 18.5%. Ghana has very generous investment incentives for people who invest and start their businesses in Ghana. And these incentives are available for Ghanaians and also non-Ghanaians. First, you enjoy duty exemption on your core machinery and industrial plant for your investment in Ghana. So let me give you an example. If you are setting up a hospital facility in Ghana, your core machinery, okay, or your core equipment could be the X-ray machines, your ultrasound machines, your lab equipment. These machines are considered core because they are directly related to your business activities. Under our investment regime, all these machinery will be exempted, zero exempted in terms of duty, meaning you get to bring these equipments in free of charge. Again, the value of these equipments will be captured as part of your investment, which allows you to enjoy more incentives in Ghana. Now, machines that are not directly related to what you do, like vehicles, are not going to be zero exempted. You have to pay duty because these equipments or machines are general purpose equipment that every company needs. They are not core to your business activity. I hope that explanation and example makes it clearer for you. Point number 2, you can see clearly that you also enjoy tax holiday, meaning that you don't pay tax at all, corporate tax at all. So for real estate, cattle, tree cropping, waste processing, and agro processing, these are the respective tax holidays that is available for you, as you can see on your screen. Very, very generous. Again, we go a step further. If you're a manufacturing company in Ghana and you are located outside the capital city, you can also enjoy reduced taxes on your operations. And this is forever and ever. So whereas companies in Accra, which is the capital city, may be paying 25% as a corporate tax on their profit, you, being manufacturing company who is outside Accra, could be paying anything from 0, yes, you heard me, 0 to 12.5% or 18.5%. It depends on where you are located. So again, we give you more reason why you should set up in Ghana. Apart from that, we guarantee that once you set up in Ghana, your investment is also safe. You can transfer your capital, your profits, your dividend any day, anytime that you choose that you want to liquidate your investment in Ghana. Your investment will not be taken over by any government because we've gone past that and we are signatory to MIGA. Again, we have several double taxation agreements with a number of countries. And once you are investing in Ghana and we have a double taxation agreement with your country of origin, you have the option either to pay your taxes here or to pay it in your home country, but you don't pay twice. You don't pay here and pay back in your country when you repatriate your property. So these again are all some of the things that Ghana has done to make the environment very, very conducive for investors. I want to begin to round up by sharing with you some of the common mistakes that some investors make when they want to invest in Ghana. The first advice I want to give you is that when you are forming your company, don't try to put too many activities all in one company, especially when the activities are not related and they are in different sectors. Example, mining, hotel, banking, all put together in one company. The reason is that it's going to affect you in terms of taxation. It's going to affect you in terms of regulatory issues. So we recommend that if you are forming a business, try to stick with one activity or a few activities that are all related to what you want to do in Ghana, just so that for regulatory issues, you can have more peace, and for taxation purpose, you have more peace as well. Also, when you are bringing in your investment into Ghana, don't put your investment in a personal account. Try to do everything through your bank account, your company bank account that you set up in Ghana. It makes it easier for the GIPC to track your investment coming into Ghana for your own protection. A promise to buy is not a sale. So many people start businesses because some people promise them online that they were going to do this, they're going to do that. Please understand that when people make you promises, it is never a sale. And I say this especially for those in the diaspora who may be thinking of coming back home to start their businesses. Now, try to document and have receipts for a lot of the contractual things that you'll be doing here in Ghana for your own protection. Due diligence would protect you and it will help you save money. So don't believe things people scan and send to you on mail when you are overseas. Try to do due diligence and also try to be sure of what you are doing. Again, last but not the least, this is Ghana. And sometimes people believe and sometimes people feel that relying on politicians might make their lives better. Please don't do that. Reliance on influence instead of logic and respect for system and processes will really help you. So understand that there are processes and there are systems to follow through to win a contract, to win something, to get a job, or to start your business here. Try to understand the system and follow through, rather than relying on promises from others. So as I round up, this is who we are, Famous Advisory. Our specialty is market research, trade development, and regulatory compliance. We help you to understand the market. We help you to develop your business in country. And once you're ready to get started, we help you with everything from your licensing to forming the company, to your tax, to your immigration, to your product certification, and get you off the ground. These are few of our happy clients that we work with here in Ghana, from the likes of Bolt to the likes of Tech Mahindra and so many other brands in Ghana. This is our address. This is where we are located. And on this note, I want to thank everybody who's been part of Connecting Day Ghana. And I hope it's been meaningful and you've had so many insights from this. We look forward to welcoming you to Ghana, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Hello, everybody. This is the end of the Connecting Day Ghana. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It was a real pleasure And you know, at the end of each event, we hand by a few words of the next country. So before that, I'm going to give a word to Mr. George, who helped us very much to make Ghana. So George, it's your turn, and then you give a word to Ayal so she can go forward.
We have come to the successful end of a very good and important program. And we are happy that all of you could make it. We are happy that you took part in this all-important event. And we are glad to hand over to Ethiopia. Next month of June is the turn of Ethiopia. So we are so happy, and we're looking forward to a very successful and a very prosperous program.
Thank you, George. And Ayal, now is your turn. Ethiopia next month. Ayal, c'est à toi, l'Éthiopie le mois prochain.
Je vous remercie tout d'abord. I'm sorry, I prefer to speak to meet you anyway. And so, je remercie d'abord à tous ceux qui ont organisé cet événement. C'est vraiment constructif et super. Et je suis ravie de vous présenter à l'Éthiopie le 17 juin avec immense plaisir. Alors, moi, je me présente davantage peut-être. Je m'appelle Ayal Baile Charles, mariée, 4 enfants, et actuellement, je dirige une association pour aider les enfants à la scolarité en Éthiopie. Et de vous joindre, ça m'ouvre encore une autre perspective dans notre pays, oui, dans ce beau pays Afrique, donc le continent africain, qui est tellement extraordinaire. Et chaque pays mérite. Voilà, je vous remercie. በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። አያለሽ ቻርል እባላለሁኝ። ኢትዮጵያዊት ነኝ። ከእናንተ ጋር ስለተገናኘሁኝ በዚህ ስለጋብዛችሁኝ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ።
Eh bien, merci d'avoir participé à cette réédition des Connecting Days estivales. Nous espérons tout d'abord que cette réédition vous a plu et nous vous invitons à prendre contact avec nous pour toute question, mais également si vous souhaitez que l'on mette votre pays en avant. Thank you for attending this re-edition of the Connecting Day. We hope that you will enjoy this event and you find the information you needed. Please let us know if you have any questions and also if you would like for us to advertise the country. We hope to see you soon. Have a nice day.